6 days a week, it's going to be used to forge horseshoes, but 1 day a week, an anvil is used to forge victories here in Indianapolis, and it's
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Indianapolis, Indiana, where they fire up the crowd with the striking of the anvil as it's time for football at Lucas Oil Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. On the Titans sideline, head coach Brian Callahan. These guys have not seen the results here in the first half of the year. Just 2 wins in 7 tries. On the other sideline, the Colts head coach Shane Steichen. His guys stuck in a bit of a losing streak, hoping the return home can be what they need. Alongside Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico. The kicker has us set for the start. And off we go from downtown Indy. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So out come the Titans, and they are led, Greg, by Cam Ward. Same alma mater as you, University of Miami. The #1 overall pick in this past April's draft.
Mike, this is a big boy game, and sometimes the unfortunate truth is your performance was the difference between a win and a loss. And I think if you asked him, he'd be the first one to say, listen, my performance last week was not good enough. I have to make better decisions. I have to be more careful with the ball and where I put it. So his ability to improve from last week's game, both in production and decision-making, is probably the #1 storyline to follow heading into today's game.
75. Shotgun snap for Ward. His pass caught. It's Chigokonkwo. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Here we go. Cowboy.
From the gun, here's Ward. He's done his man. Complete to Iomanner. They get 16 on that connection. That's good for a Titan first down. That's good for a Titans first down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
No.
Running here, it's Pollard. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Ward. This one is caught downfield by Ridley. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18.
Ready.
Lockett headed in motion. On 1st and 10, Ward. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
It almost seemed like the defender was getting the play call sent into his helmet, just like the quarterback, because he knew the play before they even snapped the ball, and that play had no shot.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Now it's Ward. This is caught at 2. And he'll take it on in. Alec Iomanner. Touchdown Titans. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year. Slides extra point, up and good. And the Titans will take a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. Anthony Gould now to return. Now an opening past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They're led by the former first-round pick out of Duke, quarterback Daniel Jones.
We had a chance to sit down with him this week, Mike. It almost came across to both of us that he wasn't entirely over last week's close loss. And he made the point. He said, listen, playing quarterback in the NFL, you're going to be judged by how well do you play and what is your record in one-score games. Last week, they found themselves on the wrong end of it. They get themselves into a back-and-forth matchup today. They've got to make enough plays down the stretch to come away with the win.
Liking 18. Hey, smash. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
They'll go again here with Taylor. And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A pickup of 12 yards. That's good for a Colts first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Gun, it's Jones. Short one, and it's caught by Warren. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up second and 7. At the Titans 24.
Shotgun now for Jones. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion. 3rd and 7.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Ready. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready. Let's go.
Working from the gun, it's Jones. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Titans offense and running back Tony Pollard going to take over once again. We show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. As you can see, he's right up there among the best in the league. Fake the handoff. Now Ward. Now he takes off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like we might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off. And
oh, they run him in a flash, and he lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to cover it up. It will not be a turnover, but will go down as a sack.
And man, does he dodge a bullet right there, Mike, on that sack. He's fortunate. That ball bounced right back to him. He's able to recover it and keep possession for his team.
On fourth down, the former All-Pro Johnny Hecker out to punt for Tennessee. Back deep for the Colts, Anthony Gould. This fielded inside the 35. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. There's Shane Steichen, the Colts head coach. His guys head out for their next possession. They've been one of the better teams running the football all year, evidenced by the ease with which they ran it on that prior drive. On first down, they'll start with Taylor. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 7. Throwing, Jones. A short pass taken in by Warren. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Indianapolis.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Here we go, set.
Back to throw is Jones. And this one is caught by Pierce. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
On second down, here's a run with Taylor. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
On play action, it's Jones. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Titans out to the early lead. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. The Colts with the football to start this second quarter, 3rd and long, as we are ready to get back underway.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
On 3rd and long, it's Jones. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Jimmy DK now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Titans offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. And he slips through an opening. Winds up getting about 8. That is past the 40-yard line. From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Pollard.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Ward. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Here's 1st and 10.
That's good. Titans.
Get it.
First down.
60 Eagles.
First down, Tennessee.
Now Ward on a design run, and he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. 2nd down coming up.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Pollard. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Jalen Carlisle is there on the stop.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Ward. This one down the field, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was seeking the veteran Tyler Lockett there.
Joey Slye.
And it's going to be 4th down.
A 46-yard attempt.
Sly's kick is good. And the Titans extend their lead to 10-6. Joey Sly back out, kick this one away.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that.
A big hole inside the 30. And he's going to take this all the way back. 90 yards. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Greg, it is a beautiful thing to watch. 11 come together. We always focus on the return man, but the entire special teams unit paves the way for that score.
And all week, Mike, when you talk to this group, the coaches thought they had an advantage in the return game, and I think we can see why. They felt their scheme and their blockers was a great matchup against this kickoff unit, and in this case, it's very easy to see why.
Oh, do you believe it? It's no good. That is his first extra point miss of the season. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Jim DK. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They'll start out 1st down and 10.
Ready, go!
They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. And he's out of bounds after a pickup of 3.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Open right side is a Okonkwo. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
First down. A gain of 7. And the Titans first down.
Off play action, it's Ward. There's Okonkwo open left side. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
That's another Titans first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On the give, it's Pollard. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Loss of 6 yards. And it's third down.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw is Ward. He's going to look for the home run ball. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Here's Johnny Hecker now. He's on for the second time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. He's been a machine in the red zone here first couple of months of the season. In fact, leading the NFL in rushing touchdowns. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5.
A gain of 5.
So from the 25, it's second and 5. They go right back to Taylor.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
17 yards, the gain there. That's good for a Colts first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up of 14 and a first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
A run with the former K-State product, DJ Giddens. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Quandre Diggs there on the tackle.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Here's Jones to throw. That one into the hands of Downs. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. First down, Indianapolis.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Let's go. Hawk 70.
Fake the handoff. Now Jones. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Here we go. Go.
Play action now. It's Jones. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Cedric Gray. And a solid return as he gets it up past 45-yard line.
So the first part of any interception, it just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about one. Zaire Franklin that time there for the tackle.
It's second and 8.
Shotgun snap for Wolf. He has Lockett over the middle. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
They get 14 on that hookup. First down for Tennessee. From the gun, they'll give it. It's Pollard. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
That caught Tony Pollard. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go until halftime. Got to get it to the 28, but now it's third down. Out of the gun, Ward. That is brought in at the 10. And he'll be out of bounds down around the 40. So not quite first and goal. It's first and 10. They're pretty close.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
Throwing is Ward. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. They'll be their second. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in this second quarter. Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
19, Tiger, 19.
From the gun, here's Ward. To the left side, caught by Ridley. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
70, Timberwolf.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's third down.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up third down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
Tennessee field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good.
Makes the score.
And the Titans get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
Outside of coming away with a touchdown, I'm not sure they could have done any better to close out that half. I mean, they burned all the clock. They don't let the opponent possess the ball, and they come away with points.
At their own 35-yard line.
On first down, Jones. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
A 54-yard attempt.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Titans can tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Well, what a way to close out the half, Mike. They essentially stole 3 points right before the break, and I think that's something they can build on at halftime and give them some positive momentum coming out for the second half.
Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hansen and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. We are into week 8, and we're starting to get a sense as to who are the haves and who are the have-nots. Let's get into it. Our look around the NFL starts now. In Atlanta, the Falcons at home to take on Miami. And it's last year's 8th overall pick, Michael Penix. 12 yards on the touchdown. The Falcons get the victory here. They win it by 10. Next up, we go to Charlotte. We'll look in on the Panthers. They're playing host to the Buffalo Bills. And this is Josh Palmer. He was wreaking havoc on the secondary all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown grabs on the afternoon. The Bills improve their mark to 7-0 as they get the win. Last but not least, let's go to Baltimore. The Ravens hosting the Chicago Bears. And this is Lamar Jackson. A touchdown pass from 15 yards away. The Ravens find a way to pull this one out as they escape with the narrow win. A look there at the rest of the action from week number 8. 6 teams on the bye: Arizona, Detroit, Jacksonville, Vegas, the LA Rams, and Seattle. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half, as we get you back out to the second half and rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. He's run well here in the first half of the season, as you see there. He's the NFL's rushing leader coming into this weekend. Jones now on first down. Pass right side to Downs. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
19, Tiger.
They'll give this one to Taylor, running right. And he'll work this forward to the 35. Olufemi Oladejo there to make the tackle.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. And he'll have the first down. They'll get him up around the 37.
And these are the tough yards you judge it back by, Mike. We used to say to our backs, hey, even if we don't block everyone, you've got to be your own blocker. Like, you have to find a way to get 1 yard and keep this drive alive. And I think he's able to pick up that first down by about 1 yard or 2.
Looks like we have an injured Titan on that play. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jones. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 12 there. That's good for a Colts first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hawk 70.
They'll work the middle here with Taylor. Nice job pushing through the would-be tackler. Gain of about 3. 2nd down.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Go! Reload!
Here's a run going left. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down.
Let's go now.
Shotgun now for Jones. Open man left side. He's got it. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
Colts, first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Give up the middle to Taylor. Taylor loses the football. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
The Titans offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Up the middle, here comes Pollard. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. He's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Off the bootleg, it's Ward. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
Down the field, but it falls incomplete. Calvin Ridley was the intended receiver, and it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Looks like we have an injured Colt on that play. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. A run with Taylor. A good physical run, motoring forward for 9.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Here's Taylor. And he'll work forward 4 yards. That's all he needed. This is going to be a 1st down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Now a play fake. Jones. And he can hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A pickup of 12 yards. 1st down, Indianapolis.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
That's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of those.
Taylor loses the football. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
Come on, set.
First and 10, and they give it to Pollard. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. That's Charvarius Ward, able to make the play. Here's a designed run. He'll step up and run.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
Lockett headed in motion. On play action, it's Ward. Down the field, he's got his tight end Okonkwo. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. That throw right on the money for the former Miami quarterback, and it's a first down.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's no run, there's no holes for the back to find, and all these zero or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
From 6 yards out, it's first and goal. Now Ward going to hold on to it. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and
Here we
goal
go, set.
at the 7-yard line.
Out of the gun, they give it to Pollard. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, ready?
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. They bring their tight end right.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Spear. And no signal. Didn't look like he got there. He did not. And now the tension mounts. Fourth and goal.
Come on, set. Bronco in.
They'll try to run. And he's not going anywhere. Stuck behind the line. They have turned it over on down.
These are the opportunities when they present themselves, you have to capitalize. And in this case, it was the defense that forced the turnover on downs and kept them out of the end zone.
There's Shane Steichen, the Colts head coach. His guys head out for their next possession. They'll operate from their own 3-yard line as they try to put something together here on this drive. It's first and 10. On first down, they'll start with Taylor. And now for a second time, he loses the football.
The these are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often, and when they do, you got to seize the moment.
Left side, that is caught by Warren. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 16-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Now it's Taylor. And he's out past the 30 and out of bounds. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. The last run going to put him up over 100 yards for this one.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd
Big
and
play
7.
coming up. This is 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Jones. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Titans offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10.
Bronco quick.
Play fake. Now Ward to throw. He'll get this out wide to Pollard. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 2. They run it straight ahead with Pollard. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
You know at this point the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
The Titans sending out their punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And it's a very nice return. He is giving the offense a short field.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's the Indianapolis offense. Now as they get set to take over once more, they'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Now, Jones. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll run here with Taylor. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
Brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 1.
Third down and 9.
Third down and 9.
Let's go.
Jones. And this ball incomplete on third down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down. It's something these teams stress all week. There's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
Pierce, incomplete.
On the set.
Result of the play is a turnover on down.
60, go. Press all 80.
On first down, Ward. Into the hands of Locke. Complete. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
19, Tiger.
Titans, first down. A gain of 19 yards.
Bronco switch. Bronco
From the
switch.
gun, they'll give it. It's Pollard. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
On the slot.
Second and 10.
No gain on the play. Second and 10. At the Colts' 33-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's Ward. Rolling right.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Now, designed run with Ward. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the market. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
60 Vikings. 60 Vikings. Let's go.
Lockett headed in motion. Now, first down throw for Ward. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss on first, here's second and 14.
Cougar Mike. Come on. Come on. Hey. Press all 80. Ready,
They
go.
send the tight end in motion. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this.
Check.
Out quickly, it's Ridley. And he will get into the end zone. Alvin Ridley. Touchdown, Tennessee. That touchdown #1 for him on the year. Slides at the point, up and good. And the Titans will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. Ashton Doolin now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. There's Shane Steichen, the Colts head coach. His guys head out for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. Here's Taylor. Into the secondary, past the 40. Inside the 20. And he is gone. 72 yards. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. They're going to try to run it in. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They mark him short. The try for 2, unsuccessful. On the return, here's DK. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Titans offense about ready to take over once more.
Okay, ready.
And this game not quite in hand yet. Still, all 3 timeouts left for the defense, so they can't just kneel this one out, but one first down will essentially end the game. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. In motion, Okonkwo. Again, it's Pollard. And a much better result here. Give him 7, and it sets up 3rd down. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their 2nd. They'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Get it. 60 by 6.
They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
Formation for the Titans.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Here is 1st and 10. Jones operating out of the pistol. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Downfield, it is Downs with the catch. The Colts will signal for their 3rd and final timeout. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They have time to work with, but they have no timeouts. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Jones. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Roger McCreary. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Out comes Sly for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Titans are going to extend their lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here's Gould on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Colts offense headed back to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. He'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick 1st down.
First down.
Throwing on 1st down is Jones. Here's a deep shot for Pierce. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Potentially very big call here. The road gets a little tougher now. It's 1st and 20. Here's Jones. He's going to look downfield once again. That is incomplete. So the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
Roger McCreary on the coverage.
Here's Jones to throw. He's going to dial up another deep ball. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So this was a win for the visiting Titans.
The regular season has reached its halfway point, and as the team looks ahead to the rest of the year, it's time to check in with players and set the goals that will drive them the rest of their season. They've been dealt one of their toughest matchups early in the season, but there is hope. One of their coaches has found what they think is a key weakness. The decision now, how exactly to exploit it.
2 months in, and the NFL is as unpredictable as ever. Hi, everyone. Scott Hansen in Orlando. This is your weekly recap for Week 8. Lots to get you caught up on. Why don't we start out in Indianapolis? The Colts at home to take on the Tennessee Titans. And it's the rookie, Cam Ward. He connects on a 26-yard touchdown. Next up, we go to the Steel City. We'll check in on the Steelers. They're hosting the Green Bay Packers. And this is Jaylen Warren. He's got it. He's got room. He's got a touchdown. That's a 29-yard score. The Steelers win their 3rd straight game as they get the victory today. Lastly, let's go out to Arrowhead. The Chiefs hosting the Washington Commanders. And it's the second-year signal caller, Jaden Daniels. He gets this one complete, 6-yard touchdown pass. The Commanders get their 6th victory as this win moves them to 6-2 on the season. That'll do it for us. Until next week, Scott Hansen in Orlando. Good night from all of us at EA Sports.
Well, the weather not fully cooperating here in Pittsburgh, but that has not stopped Steeler Nation from filling the stands at a rain-soaked Acrisure Stadium. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. On the visiting sideline, there's head coach Shane Steichen. His guys just 2 wins over their last 6 games. On the other side, Steeler head coach Mike Tomlin. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Gets by him at the 25. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
Almost certainly a future Hall of Famer, and he's still seeking the story. Ending to his career, but he had patience, looked around, took his time before choosing his team, and boy, are they glad that he did, because he still has a lot of juice left despite being 41 years old. Finishing the top 10 in passing yards last season with nearly 4,000 yards and touchdowns as well with 28.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Second and 10.
Now runs straight ahead with Warren. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On fourth down, the Steelers call on Corliss Waitman to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. There'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
And it'll be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterback shake-off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Colts.
Back to Taylor on first down. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 16 more on that one and another first down. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
The Colts at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Now Jones. This taken in by Downs. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created a push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. You look at this Colt defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Corliss Waitman now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Colts offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he continues to show off his ability to run the football when the opportunity is right. He is the NFL leader in rushing yards from the QB position. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. A quick throw, but incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And he couldn't get it to check out. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a 1st down. On play action, Rodgers. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
At the 14-yard line.
On the give, it's Warren. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line. On 4th down, Corliss Waitman on to punt. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Colts taking the field again. Running back Jonathan Taylor at center stage. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A short one there, caught by Warren. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. That's DK Metcalf running his slant. He's got it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
39-yard line.
On the draw, Gainwell. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. From the 46, here's 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They run behind center with Gainwell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another 1st down at the Colts' 32-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Gainwell. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A nice effort and an even nicer stop from Kwity Paye. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another 1st down at the Colts' 12-yard line. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 11-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Now he's going to step up and run. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. This from 25 yards out. Boswell's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Colts offense and running back Jonathan Taylor heading back onto the field. And they love to find different ways to get him the football. We know that. And you can see he comes into this week 2nd in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Looking to put a drive together. Starting things out with a give to Gainwell. Good move at the 30. But he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. And he'll stay on the ground with Gainwell again. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
The Steelers first down.
Johnson on the counter. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On the counter, it's Gainwell. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Colts will take over here just shy of the 30.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the second quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. What if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone?
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Jones. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
The coverage by Joey Porter Jr.
Back to throw. Jones. He'll drop this down to Taylor. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now a first carry here for the running back. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Quick throw into the hands of Pittman.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That's a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. This pass left side to Downs.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
That's another Colts first down. A gain of a yard. First down.
On the counter, it's Taylor.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
On the option left, it's Jones. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11.
A 2-yard loss on the play.
Looking to throw. Jones. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So on 4th down, Spencer Schrader on here for the Colts field goal. And that'll be off the crossbar and out and short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports halftime.
Our look around the NFL starts now. Down at Hard Rock Stadium, it's the Dolphins at home to take on the Baltimore Ravens. All right, Brandon, thanks much. Hope you all had a happy and safe Halloween. Thanks to those of you who dressed up as the Octobox or the Witching Hour for the holiday. But the calendar now reads November, so let's get into the highlights. And here it's Tua looking for and finding his favorite target, Tyreek Hill. 30 yards on the touchdown pass. Next up, Lambeau Field. Let's look in on the Packers. They're playing host to the Carolina Panthers. And this is Chuba Hubbard. He's looking for an opening, gonna find it, a 17-yard touchdown on the ground. The Panthers up by 3, 13-10 at the half. Got one more to show you right now. Let's go to Foxborough. It's the Patriots taking on the Atlanta Falcons. And it's last year's 8th overall pick, Michael Penix. He's going to find a man. It's an 11-yard touchdown pass. This one's at halftime now, and it's the Falcons with a big lead on the road at the half. And time now for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, not much offense to talk about. Just one field goal on the board. 3-0 the score, as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The visitors' offense and Daniel Jones set to take over again. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to raise that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Jones. And that's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First down, Indianapolis.
Well, part of their struggles in the first half was their inability to convert consistently on 3rd down. But how about this well-designed play? Gave himself plenty of options and able to get the hook up and keep the drive going.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
He's brought down by Jabril Peppers. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he stopped immediately there. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Colts first down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 99 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone. And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. That complete to Downs. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Back to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Operating from the gun. Jones. Hard throw. Incomplete.
Started to look like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Looking to throw. Jones. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Again, it'll be Taylor.
And he gets him a little bit closer and takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Operating from the gun. Jones. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Josh Downs, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Now the try here for the point after. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Now the Colts defensive unit trots back out there.
Looking to put a drive together. To throw is Rodgers. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now runs straight ahead with Warren. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
From the gun, it's Rodgers.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Colts to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak, on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Taylor.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
3rd down and 6.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Back to throw. Jones.
A short one there, caught by Warren.
That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
The Steelers ready to take over on offense.
And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so get some credit to the defense.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away.
Let's take it at around the 40.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return.
And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
First and 10, Taylor now.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. To the right side, this is Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Through the middle of the field.
And he takes it back to the
second half, Charles, after that play?
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Colts now are ready to get the football back. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. From the 31, here's a second down and 9.
At the 31-yard line.
On the option left, it's Jones. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
The coverage by Charvarius Ward.
Now Rodgers. This one finds Austin out right. And out across midfield down to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Down to the 42, 2nd down. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another 1st down at the Colts' 22-yard line. A handoff for Warren. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. From the 21, here's the 2nd and 9. Rodgers changing the play, it appears. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And that will be incomplete as well.
I wonder, Brandon. I just wonder. You think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Taken down at the 30.
They went right back to it, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On second down, they'll run it here. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Now we give to Taylor. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 136 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. This 2nd and 4.
Here we go, 70 Lions.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
Ready, set, take off.
Taylor. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
No gain on the play. Brings up 4th and goal.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. In his own end zone, it's Rodgers.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
On the give, it's Warren.
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Rodgers directing traffic, going to change the play.
Rodgers now from the gun on 3rd down.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Now on 4th down, honors the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in.
So Daniel Jones and the Colts
down 13-7. A minute 52 to play. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Now Jones. Now he'll tuck this and run.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Here's Jones.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
It's a turnover.
Rodgers to throw. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
On the run, it's Warren.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Rodgers looking to throw.
And the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
Here's Warren.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
Charles, still a one-possession game. Remember, it could have been 2 after they opted to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Didn't get it, but their defense holds strong, and so this is a huge possession coming up here.
You're certainly right about that, partner. A lot of people look at them going for it on 4th down as a failure when they didn't get it. But there's also their way of saying, hey, we have confidence in our defense because it went out and held them. Got the ball right back for them. So, nice stand for them. Momentum can swing back to their side if they have a good drive here.
Jones. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Jones.
And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Result of the play is a turnover on down.
Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they were spurred on by a strong